Five villains who fell to their deaths. Number 5. The Queen, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This jealous queen has had her beauty washed away by years of aging, and now her stepdaughter, Snow White, is the fairest in the land. Angered by her magic mirror that has brought her this news, she sends her huntsman to kill Snow White. After he cannot find the heart to harm the beautiful young princess, the queen takes on a peddler's disguise and offers Snow White a poisoned apple. Snow White falls into a sleeping death, but her prince, and true love, kisses her on the lips and Snow White awakens. When the queen intends to drop a boulder off a cliff on Snow White, the boulder crumbles into many tiny pieces and the queen falls off the cliff to her death, where vultures devour her. Number 4. Gaston, Beauty and the Beast. Gaston feels he is in love with Belle, a beautiful young woman who is regarded by the villagers as strange. Belle spends most of her time reading and her father is an inventor whose inventions never work. Nonetheless, Gaston feels attracted to her beauty and feels the need to woo and marry her. When Belle's father gets lost, he finds himself at the Beast's castle. Belle's horse takes her to find her father. The Beast sends Belle's father away, but slowly grows to care for Belle, who has agreed to stay at the castle, in place of her father. The Beast releases Belle when she sees that her father is unwell. Gaston calls Belle's father a lunatic for claiming to have seen the Beast. To prove him wrong, Belle shows Gaston the Beast with his enchanted mirror. Gaston resolves to kill the Beast. After a great fight at the castle, Gaston falls from the roof. Belle admits to loving the Beast and he changes back into a prince. Number 3. Captain Hook, Peter Pan. Captain Hook was a pirate who wanted to slay Peter Pan, the boy who would never grow up, and capture Wendy, the girl he took to live with him in Neverland. Hook was so evil he shot members of his own crew if they ever disagreed with him and tried to drown Wendy's brothers. At the same time, there was a crocodile who had bitten off Captain Hook's hand, hence the hook, and wanted to eat the rest of him. After the croc found Hook, Hook tried to fly away like Peter Pan by thinking happy thoughts, but, in the end, despair overtook Hook and he fell into the crocodile's mouth. Number 2. Gollum, the Lord of the Rings. Maybe a bit of a victimized villain, but a villain nonetheless. Sméagol, the former Gollum, and his cousin find the ring while fishing in a lake. Sméagol kills his cousin and the ring corrupts him. Bilbo, the Hobbit, steals the ring and Gollum wants his precious back. Gollum meets Frodo, Bilbo's nephew, whilst Frodo is on his quest to destroy the One Ring of Power. Gollum pretends to swear on the precious to lead Frodo on his quest to destroy the ring, when all Gollum really wants is to kill the young hobbit and take the ring back for himself. Frodo survives Gollum's clever scheme to have him killed by Spider Shelob, and proceeds to the crack of doom to throw the ring into the fire. Frodo succumbs to the ring's power and decides to keep the ring, but Gollum bites off Frodo's finger, and after an aggressive fight with Frodo, falls into the fire himself. Frodo is remembered as the hero who saved Middle-earth. Number 1. Emperor Palpatine, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. Many believe Darth Vader to be the main villain in Star Wars, but perhaps the real villain deserving of first prize would be Emperor Palpatine, his master. Palpatine manipulated Anakin, the future Vader, since he was a boy to turn against the Jedi and join the dark side. Palpatine was successful until he decided to turn Vader's son, Luke, to the dark side. When Luke refused, Palpatine unleashed lightning on the young Jedi intending to kill him. Vader, unable to see his son destroyed, turned on his master and threw him down the shaft of the Death Star, where the Emperor was vanquished.